What's up, power hitters, solar warrior tribe? Today is Tuesday, June 6th, 2023. My name is Jarrett McAllister, the virtual solar pro, and I am alongside my co-host, Mr. Tom Cotter. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your fellow solarpreneurs. Tom, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing very well, man. And don't forget to comment as well. That helps the algorithm on YouTube as well. Don't forget to comment.
Yeah, give us those good comments about how much you love these trainings. But yeah, man, hey, we have a killer training for everyone today, this Tuesday, coming off an exciting Super Solar Saturday this past week, where we were dropping bombs, announcements, product updates. So this is going to be a good one. So let's jump into it, shall we? We're going to start this week like we do every single week, and that's with some team wins. So if you have a win, a new team member on your team, you sold a NEM3 deal, you overcame some adversity, feel free to drop it in the chat, raise your hand, I'll call on you, and we'll run through a few. So let's start off with Mark Chapman, who's quick to raise his hand. Mark, what's up, brother? What do you got for us this week? You are on mute. Let's try that again.
I thought I unmuted it. Am I good now?
You're good.
Good.
Okay. Hey, guys. I had my first two installs back to back this week, one on Wednesday and one on Friday last week. And yeah, couldn't be more excited. Awesome.
Excellent, Mark. And I got a quick question for you. Installs are great. How did you get those deals? Why don't you share with the team?
So I relocated from Washington. I'm living on Chris's mansion out in Fresno. And I got here December 10th, rode around with Chris in the car for about a week. I know nothing about solar. And Chris made some flyers for some installs that he was doing. I was doing 100 door knocks a day from January to the end of April. And that's how I got them.
Love it, man. Absolutely love it. And what industry did you come from before joining the platform?
Well, prior to this, I was working for King County in Seattle, Washington, but I've owned 2 espressos, car detail shop, and I was in real estate. So I've been an entrepreneur, just got back in the game.
Right on. Well, welcome, brother. And I appreciate you sharing that with us. A couple installs back to back. That's dreamy. Loving it. And I tell you what, the power platform is an entrepreneur's dream. It truly is. You have the ability to take it any which way you want to do it, whether you want to be the top seller, you want to build a team and leverage the platform, and the ability to do it from anywhere in the world is absolutely incredible. So great job, Mark. Love it. Thanks for sharing that.
I would want to say, I've been here, like I said, since January till, not even 6 months, really. The way power has changed in 5 and 6 months is just unbelievable. The way they have grown just in the short time I've been here is just fantastic.
Right on. I can't agree with that anymore, man. It truly is. It is amazing. Right on. Thanks for sharing, Mark. Chaz, what's up, homie? How you doing, brother?
What's up, Jarrett? How you doing, man? It's great to see you.
Awesome, man. Living the dream, dude. What do you got for us?
Absolutely. Good to see you too, Tom. So this past Saturday, inspired by the market development meetings that our honorary Bobby Smith has been leading, we've been having some Pennsylvania, New Jersey market development meetings every Thursday at 11 a.m. And the meetings have just grown and grown. And a bunch of people were new and expressing the desire to get together in person. So this past Saturday, we actually hosted an in-person gathering, in-person training. There's about 15 of us there. There was 4 tier 3 mentors, and we answered everyone's questions in the beginning of the day. And then we actually got out and we hit some doors with the whole group. So we're teaching new people how to knock doors. As a collective, we set 7 appointments, and then on Sunday, closed one of those deals virtually from the comfort of my own home. So just wanted to shout out, everyone that showed up last Saturday, and then encourage all the leaders and new people that are on here that are looking to build in Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Definitely join us on those market development meetings, or if you haven't already, definitely check out the market development meetings in your own territory. So super stoked.
Right on, man. Great job with that, stepping it up as a leader in the company. And really, these market development meetings, you guys, if you're not part of them, as Bobby says, like, what are you even doing, right? Are you even in the company? You really need to attend your local market development meetings. You can find them all on powercalendar.com. So great job, Chaz. Love that. Bill, what you got, brother?
Jarrett, hey, thank you. What a great Saturday we had. I'm really excited to go over some of that stuff today, but I want to welcome Jacqueline Knights, who may be on the call. I don't know. She's a 20-year veteran in the timeshare industry, and it was interesting because she was really tentative about joining. I guess she was working with some other solar company for a little bit, quick minute, one of the other companies who do it the other way, and wasn't very excited, although she liked solar. But just to watch her light up, and she's gotten more and more excited and is just ready. She did her, tier 1 training right away. She's ready to go. She's going to start cutting more time out of timeshare and put more time in solar. So it'll be nice to see that happen. South Carolina.
Beautiful, beautiful. Welcome to the team. All right, Carrie. We'll go Carrie, John, I'll share one, and then we will move on. What you got, Carrie?
First of all, next time I come up to Coeur d'Alene to play golf, Jared, we'll go get some beers because I go up there all the time. My sister-in-law's in Spokane.
Right on.
Yeah. So win for me, man. Like just coming off that solar Saturday, super pumped, super energetic. Took it away. Bringing on 4 sellers this week. I have 3 meetings with AC guys and 4 meetings with roofers. Just bringing them on through enterprise or sellers. All people that have been working for a long time, but I think that jazzed me up and really got hitting the phones after that and just got them back on to bring them on the platform. So I'm super stoked about this.
Excellent. Enterprise is absolutely changing the game with our company, and the ability to add on roofing companies, HVAC companies. You guys, it's a game of planting your flag. It's all about real estate, claiming your stake, and building out those teams right now. People are looking for opportunity and the ability to add solar to their book of business. I actually just put out a video on social media about that, gaining some traction. So great job, Carrie, with that. Congrats on that. John, the Bones, Bobness, what do you got, brother?
My man, Jarrett McAllister. Just wanted to shout out Jordan Shaw. I think he's on the call. Amazing job. He did this. Yeah, well, of course, the guy's a beast. But he did an amazing job this morning with the Solar Edge training that they had. I don't know if you guys were able to tune into that, but rocking job as usual. And I've become kind of the lighthouse for people looking for good job opportunities. And I brought on, in the last week, Austin Oakley, Ashley Dawson, Brett Rickards, Dora Galante, Ramal Roberts, Cindy Lou Baxter. This is the last week. So, it's really been great, helping a lot of great people. What's cool is some of those people are even from out of the country, but they see the opportunity here is so big that they are willing to work like, the Wally Arita system and plug in and really make it something special. So this is bigger than we could ever imagine. And I'm so excited for all of us. And like you said, plant your flag, but one of the guys even goes, I'm not sure if there's saturation and everything. And I could reference the Jonathan Budd white paper study saying we should have 130,000 sellers in the next year. So we're at 8,000 now. So we got a little bit of room to grow, and I'm sure we'd all like to be the person that introduces all those folks. So I'm excited for all of us. Love you guys. Thanks for having me. And it's Bobness.
Thanks, John. All right, Bill, you snuck in here with one last quick win.
Well, it's not a quick win. I want to emphasize something you said. So I think that the phrase adding it to your book of business is gold, because I'm still working a high-tech job on a salary full time, quote unquote, and I'm able to add power to my book of business. And I think helping people make the mental leap that they can add this. And when you call a book a business, it means you're treating it like a business. So I just wanted to sort of reach back and emphasize that I think that's a gold phrase.
Thank you, man. And it's true. And, one other point I'd like to make about that, someone said, hey, they were, hesitant about joining the platform. They're with another EPC. It's Power is not an exclusive platform, right? It's an opportunity, like anyone can add it to their book of business, especially other EPCs, because you may be a local EPC, but what if you get a referral out of state and your company's not there? What are you going to do? Just throw away that lead? With Power, that gives you the ability to sell in 25 states virtually, and be able to work with other mentors on the platform. So just because somebody is with another EPC and they could be happy with them does not mean that they can't take advantage of everything that Power has to offer. And
That's a
with
good
that,
point. It's a good point, because you're licensing the platform, right? That's really what you're doing when you're starting to work with Power. It's a platform license that you're purchasing.
Correct. And with that said, I'd like to give a shout out to Rob Close and Melissa Smith, a couple out of Texas who reached out to me, who joined the platform. They are entrepreneurs. They've started up their own solar company. They're already trying to reach out to different states, but they've seen what Power offers, got excited, joined the platform last night. So huge shout out to Rob and Melissa. I see you guys are actually here on the call. And then one last win that I would like to share. This Saturday, we celebrated my wife's 40th birthday, and we had friends and family from all over come in. We had a huge party in the backyard. I hired a live band, and it was an absolute incredible dream. I mean, it was beautiful. The weather was perfect. And so just got to give some mad love to my wife, Ryan. So love you, babe. All right. Now we got the mushy stuff out of the way. Thank you, everybody, for sharing your wins. We are going to move on with a little bit of Power perspective from my man, Tom. Tom, what do you have for us this week, brother? You are muted. Womp womp.
Today, I want to challenge your knowledge a little bit and share with you some inspiring stories of people who faced failure and rejection before they hit the gold mine with their success. And, when we look at people on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, we're not seeing their journey all the time. We're not seeing the valleys. People most often post the mountaintop experiences. So a person's journey serves as a testament to the power of perseverance for a lot of people who are successful. And I hope that you can get some interesting tidbits from this little journey of success and failure that I'm going to take you on. I want you to, in the chat, let me pull up the chat here so I can see everyone's responses. I want to see if you can guess who these people are before I tell you who these people are. So this was an actress who was dismissed from drama school with a note that read, "She is wasting her time. She is too shy to put her best foot forward." Anyone know who that is? I'm going to move on. There you go, Bill. It is Lucy Ball. So it could have been a devastating blow for her, but Lucille Ball refused to let that rejection, that failure, define her. Instead, she embraced her passion for performing and pursued a career with relentless determination. Through hard work and unwavering commitment, Lucy Ball became one of the most iconic actresses and comedians of all time. Known for her infectious humor and incredible comedic timing. And I'm sure that everyone knows her either from her show I Love Lucy or seeing a whole bunch of Lucys running around Vegas, if you've ever been there when there's a bunch of Lucys running around. Next, who is this? The Decca recording company turned this band down because they didn't like their sound and said that guitar music was on the way out. We got guests of Boston, Nirvana, Metallica. Man, Bill is correct again with the Beatles. Look at that. So it's astonishing to think how a misguided judgment could have stopped the rise of one of the greatest bands in history, but the Beatles didn't let rejection stop them. They persevered. They honed their craft and tirelessly played tiny venues until they caught the attention of another record label. And from there, their rise to fame reshaped the music industry forever. Who is this? At the age of 38, he had experienced setbacks and failures as a soldier, a farmer, and a real estate agent. Feeling depressed and discouraged about his future, he made the difficult decision to work for his dad as a handyman. I see guesses coming in. Elon Musk, Abe Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson. No, it's not Tom Cotter. Little did he know that this seemingly humble job of working for his dad would be a stepping stone into greatness. Lots of wrong guesses here. Let's see who this is. Ulysses S. Grant, indomitable spirit, led him back into military service after he had already failed. And it's there that he rose the ranks to become one of the most respected American military leaders. Ultimately, he served as the 18th president of the United States, leading the nation through a critical period of reconstruction. Grant's resilience and determination remind us that setbacks are not the end of the road, but opportunities for growth and transformation. Who is this? This one should be quick, so pay attention, everybody. Despite his undisputed status as one of the greatest basketball players of all, there's people already guessing Michael Jordan even before I say anything. Despite his status as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, few people know that he was once cut from his high school basketball team. Crushed and disappointed, he hid in his room and cried. Yes, Michael Jordan. He refused to let that setback define him. He used the pain of rejection as motivation to work even harder, honing his skills and becoming a relentless competitor. His dedication and perseverance paid off, and he went on to win multiple NBA championships, earning universal acclaim and inspiring generations of athletes around the world. And his story teaches us the importance of resilience and the ability to turn failure into a catalyst for success. And if you haven't watched the Michael Jordan documentary, it's an incredible film if you are into Michael Jordan and sports and basketball and success stories. Who is this? As a young student, this inventor was told by a teacher that he was too stupid to learn anything and that he should pursue a career based on his personality rather than intelligence. I see Edison. Yes, Edison is correct. Thomas Edison is the renowned inventor who revolutionized the world. So this crushing remark could have extinguished his spirits, but Edison refused to accept it. With an unwavering belief in his own abilities, he delved into the world of invention, conducting countless experiments and facing a ton of failures along the way. Yet each failure served as a valuable lesson, bringing him one step closer to his breakthroughs. And eventually, his relentlessness in pursuit of innovation led him to invent the phonograph, the motion picture camera, and the practical electric light bulb that we use today that's banned in California. His contributions transform the world and continue to impact our lives today. Edison's story reminds us that self-belief coupled with perseverance can overcome any obstacle and unlock extraordinary achievements. And by the way, Edison has been quoted as saying, quote, "I'd put my money on the sun and solar energy. What a source of power. I hope we don't have to wait until oil and coal run out before we tackle that." And just two more here. Early in his career, who is this? So this is a visionary, that's your clue, and a business leader, another clue. He was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no original ideas. I see Bill Conley. Kenny Fries is correct. Marco Velez is correct. Yes, this is Walt Disney, the visionary behind the Disney brand. He believed in the power of imagination and storytelling. There is no better skill set for salespeople to learn than storytelling. And Disney used his setback as an opportunity to create his own path. With unwavering determination, Disney brought to life a world of enchantment, dreams, and happiness. From Mickey Mouse to Disneyland, his creations captured the heart of millions, transcending generations and cultures. And Disney's story inspires us to believe in our own imagination abilities. This noggin in our skulls is an amazing asset and tool. So friends, never give up on your dreams and create your own magic in the world. And if you think about it, solar is a little bit magic. It takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds for a photon to leave the surface of the sun, travel through space, and land on that black glass on your roof and power your life. That's just a little bit magic if you ask me. And last, who is this? David Ringo. The next answer is not Bill Conley. This man's fiance passed away. He endured business failures. He suffered a nervous breakdown, and he was defeated in numerous elections, and yet is considered one of the greatest leaders in history. Ringo is correct. James is correct. No, you are not correct, sir. Some people keep guessing Elon Musk, everyone. This is Abraham Lincoln. He faced a series of devastating setbacks and failures throughout his life. If you read his biographies about him, it's just an incredible life of failure after failure and perseverance. It would have been easy for him to give up and accept defeat, but Lincoln refused to surrender. Instead, he channeled his setbacks into strength and rose above adversity. Through his perseverance and unyielding commitment to his principles, Lincoln became the 16th president of the United States, guiding the nation through one of its darkest periods. His leadership during the Civil War and his unwavering dedication to the abolition of slavery earned him a place in history as one of America's most influential and revered figures. So a lesson in these stories, a lesson, there's many lessons, but one of them is that if you have never failed, maybe you're not trying hard enough. Failure is not going to be the end. You shouldn't be afraid of failure. Your failures do not need to be fatal by any means. Failures are just a stepping stone on the path to your future self, your future life, and your goals. It's through perseverance that we find strength to overcome adversity, embrace challenges, and achieve greatness in our little parts of the world. In this platform model that we have in power, one of the greatest obstacles that we have sometimes is ourselves. It's true for anyone working in business or sales, but we don't have a boss other than Chris Caillier and his boss of JC, but that's fiance. JC is his fiance. We don't have bosses telling us what to do every day. And so we need to be very crystal clear with where we're going and why we're doing what we're doing, and wake up every morning grateful first, and then with a plan to follow to get where we want to go, because there will be setbacks and disappointments and failures along the way. That's just a part of life. The next time you have a setback, disappointment, or failure, remember the stories from today about Lucy Ball, the Beatles, Ulysses S. Grant, Michael Jordan, Thomas Edison, Walt Disney, and Abraham Lincoln, and all of the other guesses that you all were putting in the chat that are other stories about people who faced failure but did not let those failures be fatal. Let their journeys inspire you to persevere and embrace failure as a part of success, and continue pursuing your dreams with unwavering determination. Jarrett, back to you, my friend.
Thank you, Tom. And I believe that one of the other great lessons in this is get access to the slides before you guess who all these great leaders were. So great job, Bill. No, but hey, thank you for sharing that. No, honestly, I always love stories of adversity and, like, you know, the underdog. All of those people were underdogs at some point. No one was giving them credit. No one thought that they could make it, and they proved everyone wrong. And so I think all of us got a little underdog in us, and, you know, it's hard to not root for the underdog. So thank you for sharing that, Tom. Appreciate it, brother. All right. With that said, that did take a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. So let's run through these future trainings. So upcoming event, once again, you can find all of these trainings on powercalendar.com. On Mondays, JC Rangel, start your week off strong, connect with JC. He's always bringing the fire. Love JC's trainings. On Tuesdays, 10 a.m. Pacific. Is that Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Pacific? Why would they do that on 10 a.m. Pacific? No wonder I've never been to a lease training. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. I was thinking at the leases. That's all Wednesdays. Obviously, we know we're doing Tuesdays at 10 a.m. We're here. Lease training with Rachel McDonald. Leases and PPAs are becoming ever so more popular. If you want to learn more and how to work those, hop on that. That's tomorrow at 10 a.m. Then we have enterprise training, which we're going to dive into a little bit more, but Melissa Dawson leads those ones, 9:30 a.m. on Thursdays. Women of Power at 10 a.m. Love attending those trainings. Thursdays, we have, for if you're new to Power, make sure you do the Power onboarding. That's at 12 o'clock Pacific on Thursdays. And then this past Friday, well, every Friday we have Building with Bobby. Last Friday, Chris Bernasso brought the fire. That was one of the best Building with Bobby trainings that we have seen. The recording is up on there, so go back and check that out if you've missed it, but make sure to attend all the future ones. And then once again, Power brings so much value when it comes to training, and there's so much more. I mean, everything from Solar Edge, you have office hours live for teams where you can go in and get some personal help, and make sure to attend your market development meetings, especially if the market that you're actively selling on. And then July 21st through the 22nd, Downey, California, JC Rangel's hosting Mentor Factory. A lot of you guys have been to the ones the past couple of years, and everyone has said it's been absolute amazing value, what it brings. It's 10x their business. I'll actually be down there during that time as one of the speakers. We'll have Bernasso, we'll have JC, and a few others. And then Power World, September 7th through the 9th. This is where the whole company meets up together in person, where there's going to be trainings, there's going to be a gala award ceremony. You are not going to want to miss that. You're going to want to make sure you and your entire team is there. So we'll get into that a little bit more here. Oh, and don't forget this July 13th, next month, there's a mega real estate event in Diamond Bar being hosted by Jonathan Bernasso, and I believe Cynthia Alvidrez are putting that on together. So these are all the future trainings. And once again, you can catch all of these on powercalendar.com. If you're interested in going to Mentor Factory, go to the website, mentorfactory2023.com. You can get your tickets there. What do we got next, Tom? So now that we're a half hour into this, let's get to the training. So we're going to do a Solar Saturday recap. So this past Saturday, we had the company get together. It was a virtual event, and I hope most of you guys were able to attend it. But from down at headquarters, we went over so much, and we're going to have some of our leaders kind of go over a few of the topics to kind of hit on these. So, Mr. David Steele, are you off mute?
I am.
What's up, brother? your first impressions on Solar Saturday this past Saturday.
You know, I went into it begrudgingly because I had been working hard all week, and I'm like, really, a 5 hour day, and I left it fully charged up. It was great, and getting 2 sessions with Jonathan was amazing as well. It was just good. The some of the big events, the new contests, the new storage, all of it was great. Yeah.
Killer.
It's exciting.
What do you have for us?
So, I'm just bringing on the enterprise part of it, and we didn't go into super deep detail on Saturday on enterprise, but if you're the CEO of your own solar company and you're licensed on the Power platform, if you're not looking at enterprise seriously, you need to, and I'll tell you how it's changed my business. So been a Power seller now for about 2.5 years. I got on enterprise probably 6 months ago. One of the things is we got through NEM 2, NEM 3 in California. I had my install partners, I chose who I wanted. That was a big difference, man. I've gotten a bunch of my installs already done that were, right towards the end of NEM 2, and they're already installed. So that was one big difference. But truthfully, I had someone from Texas just enrolled in enterprise. He wants to bring on a pretty big company, and he just left the meeting totally charged up. He's like, "Are you kidding me? Looking at the Franklin pricing," he's like, "This is going to be amazing in Texas." Just it's really the whole package, having a whole suite where somebody can just for a license fee of $350, snap it on. And if you were on the call last night as well, when you have people on there that are running a big enterprise and they talk about the costs of all the software that they currently are using and all of the things that they do to run their business, like it's nothing. They're just blown away by how much money they're saving. So, for me, at first I just leaned in a little bit to learn more, but now I'm all enterprise. And, my goal in the next month or so is to really integrate a few of the different lead channels that I have to come into the enterprise. So, it's just a really, really powerful package. And, I'm not going to go over all the slides. There were 9 slides, but really, the big deal is that it was a complete suite of services that really includes everything, and if you're a small company, like if you're a small solar company, you're not going to be able to beat the prices that we already have. So, it was epic. I'm not going to take a lot of time. If you have a question, you can just message me because we got a lot to cover in a short amount of time, but thank you.
Right on. Thanks for sharing that, man. Yeah, and enterprise is an absolute game changer. I mean, if you're serious about building your business, the fact that you can seat sellers and really build a sales organization, the secret that people just don't talk about that is the additional revenue you can earn when you're hitting volume. You guys, I mean, you can actually make up to an additional 10% of the pure profit on deals once you hit that 60 deal mark. I mean, if your average profit on a job is $10,000, an additional 10% is $1,000 times that 60 deals. That's an additional $60,000 a month that the enterprise can make by hitting volume. That's game-changing money. So
100%.
Thank you for sharing that, David. Appreciate that. Next up, we have Mr. Jordan Shaw, fresh off an incredible Solar Edge training. Jordan, are you with us?
I am. How you doing, Jarrett?
Good, brother.
So I don't know how many people actually caught my talk over the weekend, but it was just, just the energy coming out of just the enterprise announcements. I just literally took all of that energy and threw it into my talk at that point. I'm really excited where we are right now with vision and just the constant improvements. I mean, everybody that's been on the beta team, you, Tom, just everyone that's been on that, Bill, just the amount of feedback that's been going into that program, and just seeing what the team has actually done with that, just to take it to where it is right now. It's definitely not the same product it was 6 months ago. I mean, that's just, I mean, we all know, like, being an early adopter can have its pain points, but I just, the amount of control and just the cleanness of Vision is just phenomenal. Now I'm really excited about the co-branding that's going into enterprise, into Vision. That's going to bring a lot of partners on board the platform where they really have honestly built their brand, and they really want to incorporate that brand into Power, right? And just, they don't want to leave that behind, like installers and just other types of service organizations being able to have their own logo on the front of this proposal tool. Just the adaptation of just like, hey, we've got Power Care, and just all the little features that have been just incorporated. And let's just, I mean, the amount of push that they did for NEM 3 and the calculations, I don't know how many people have been utilizing it just from a NEM 3 perspective, but being able to play around with the amount of batteries on something and seeing the post bill and just really kind of get a handle on that and articulate the conversations on, hey, we've gone from, we're going to be dropping your bill to like, hey, let me tell you the present value of battery technology, and being able to just get away from the utility. I mean, that's just putting ourselves in a protective bubble. I don't know if anybody had specific questions from that training. You can feel free to light up the chat. But I'm just really super excited. I hope you got that from a takeaway.
For sure. And for those that don't know, or maybe new to the call, can you explain what Vision is?
Oh, sure. I'm sorry. So Vision is the integrated proposal tool with Power. So instead of licensing it from somebody else, like we have been doing with like Solo, we now are taking it in-house and going to a proposal tool where we can make design changes changes to the tool on the fly. Before, we were at the mercy on like, oh, well, Solo will get to it, or whoever, right? And they have multiple customers, right? It's just Power's just one customer. But with Vision, now we can make these changes to give us a better tool very, very rapidly. The number of emails that I've sent to Matt and team, just in the team, the beta team, that all the feedback, these are the advantages of having an in-house proposal tool, because it's more than just a proposal tool. It's something that is going to tell Power's story.
For sure. Thanks for sharing that. And did they announce, I know, obviously it's been rolled out into California, Texas, and Florida. Was there any updates of when that's going to be rolled out to the rest of the market?
Yeah, I was talking to Dean. I think it's still within the July timeframe is what they're targeting. They were just trying to make sure that the NEM 3 launch went well before they decided to open up additional load to the tool, making sure that all the calculations and stuff that it does, and everything, just making sure that everything looked well before they decided just to kind of add on to it. But I looked and I asked Dean that question. I think it's still in the July timeframe. It's going to be rolling out more, not nationwide. So if you're not certified on Vision, go get certified on Vision.
Absolutely. And I will just say my own testament to Vision. I mean, during the NEM 2, NEM 3 surge, I mean, I don't even know how I could have done it without Vision. Being part of the beta testing team, one of the benefits was I was able to edit the designs live on the fly, like actually move panels around rather than just selecting them on and off. And that was a huge feature. Jordan and I were going back and forth so much. It's like, once you start using it, you go, how did we even survive without this? So it's beautiful proposal tool. And it works every time. So incredible. Thanks for sharing that, Jordan. If you guys have any questions, feel free to call Jordan in the middle of the night with your Vision questions. Just joking. He was gracious enough to help me out a little bit. So that being said, Mr. Tom Cotter, would you like to tell us about the Sonova announcements?
Yeah, I'll jump in here. I've been selling TPO products, third-party ownership products, for many years. I think, 2007, 2008, sometime around there. And it's super interesting to see how, with solar loan financing costs, the cost of money, really, how the pendulum is now swinging more towards leases and PPAs. And I know that there's, in our industry, that there's a lot of opinions about everything. and that there's definitely a lot of opinions about solar loans and solar leases. And whatever you think about it, the reality is that the market is swinging back towards leases and PPAs, at least for a while, until the cost of money comes back down. And, on our platform, it's really great that, we have not only the choice of equipment that we can sell, we've got, multiple storage options, multiple panel inverter options, and we've got multiple financing options as well. So a part of that in our tool belt is knowing, what product to sell when. And with Sunnova, we have a couple different products to focus on that's on the screen here. We have loan plus storage, we have lease plus storage, and we have a flex PPA. PPA stands for power purchase agreement. The loan plus storage and the lease plus storage, if you're selling in California, I'll mention that because majority of solar being sold in the US is still in California and going to be majority for quite some time now. These are great products to focus on when you're trying to mitigate the impacts of NEM 3 on a homeowner, because the credits that they're getting for export are just not going to be there. So you need to have some kind of storage product in there. The PPA can be sold as a prepaid. They can put a down payment down. They can do a prepaid PPA. That's actually what I did on my house in Clovis, California. I did a prepaid PPA and wrapped it with PACE financing a while back. So it's a product that is probably not that well known in California. I used to go around and train sales teams across California in how to do that exactly. And it's an interesting product. So definitely go through Sunnova training if you have not done that already. And pay attention to the Sunnova guarantee and which products come with a performance guarantee, which products you can sell batteries with, which products are available in different states. It takes a little bit to get your head around how to quote the Sunnova product. Know that those are they have gotten easier and they will continue to get easier for us to use with integration into our systems. I can summarize this by saying use Sunnova when appropriate. And if you haven't already done it, go through Sunnova training and then wait to get access and be patient. But I want to pass the mic to Bill Conley, who's going to talk about some of our updates with a manufacturer called Franklin, and also some updates on our portal with a contract tab. Bill, passing the mic to you.
Thank you, Tom. And hi, everybody. Just real quick, probably you all know that we have 2 battery storage solutions currently. And now with Franklin, that gives us 3. That's a 33% increase in top level storage products. And Franklin, I've been watching these guys for a while before we ever got them. I think we're going to be active being able to offer it next week. And I have to make a correction on our pricing in a minute, but the Franklin whole home battery is a 13.6 kilowatt battery on the single unit size, which delivers 5 kilowatts of continuous power and up to 10 kilowatts of peak power. So that's very important when you've got larger equipment that you're trying to get going or that pulls a lot of power all at once and you need a short burst of that. The Franklin whole home battery uses the safer construction, which is the lithium iron phosphate, which is safer than its equal sized Tesla battery. You know why they have the Tesla 2 battery? That's because the Tesla 1 batteries kept blowing up. And that's no joke. They had a lot of problems Tesla did in the early years, but they still use a lesser technology. So we've got the safer technology with Franklin whole home batteries. We've got greater capacity, 13.6 kilowatts. We've got pricing, which unfortunately on Saturday, we got the pricing of the batteries without the installation charge. So it looked like it was a screaming deal. Now it's just a good deal, but it is a good deal and very cost effective for people to be using. A 13.6 kilowatt hour battery is 14,600 installed. These batteries have smart switches, which allows up to 3 circuits of your major items in the house, like a air conditioner or an EV charger or a pool pump, to be routed and turned on and off at your pleasure. So that will keep the system from, draining too quickly, that battery. And you can control that either at the battery or through an app. These are incredible benefits for having storage, particularly in the NEM 3 environment, where we're going to be needing to do a lot of load shifting. So all in all, we just massively increased our capacity with battery storage in terms of opportunities to offer people prices, as well as a quality product. And I think they will work on either the SolarEdge or the Enphase platform. So we've got just more good stuff. Somebody mentioned earlier, been in power for 6 months and can't believe how much things have changed. I've been in power for 2.5 years, and every week something goes by, something is new, something's exciting, something is up leveled. So just hang on tight, folks, if you're here and you're new, because it's going to get better. I think that's about all. So safe, high capacity, and ready to go as a third option. Now, the other thing we have added to the platform is another tab called the contract tab. And this, I don't think we know just how good this is, because the contract tab gives us a look right into what's going on with our contracts from the get. When we sign a deal, there's that period of onboarding, and I believe even at that point, you can see in the contract tab what's happening to your deal, whether the loan docs have been signed, whether the customers have signed both, if they're both on the HIC, whether they both sign. So it's a window into the status of your project, and then all the details. So we'll have in the contract tab, let's say you did I did one, for example, that was a sunlight deal that in the rush to get away from sunlight at one point when we were trying to do that, I got a customer to quit that and get onto a Good Leap loan. And in the interim period, they were approved for a greater capacity. And so we went from a $92,000 project to a $121,000 project. Good for me, good for the customer, because they needed that much. And so we can see both of those portions of the contract are in that contract tab. So this is about, we talk about as a company being transparent. This is one more example of Power being transparent with us, and knowledge is power. So if you don't know what's going on with your project, and you can see something and head it off in the past, maybe something is in there that you say, wait a second, that's not supposed to be in there. You get much more clarity into what's going on with your contract through the contract tab. I don't think we know just how good this is.
Thank you for those updates. Yeah, thank you for those updates, Bill. I have to say, the Franklin battery launch is something I've been one of the most excited about. You guys, that is killer pricing for quote unquote whole home backup. Adding 2 Enphase batteries or, SolarEdge, and it's going to cost you 23, 24 grand. You're getting 20 kilowatt hours. I mean, that's the very bare minimum you could do for whole home backup. But the fact that you're getting nearly 30 kilowatt hours worth of batteries for $23,900, that's smoking pricing. So that is going to change the game. It couldn't have gotten here at better time with NEM 3, considering we're adding that to every single system these days. So I'm super stoked on the Franklin. The contract tab, they just constantly enhancing the features on the Power, on power.com in the background. So super excited about that. Now, I get the pleasure to talk to you guys about something I'm very excited about, and that's in-person events. Power World this year down in San Diego, September 6th through the 9th. The theme this year is going to be called Limitless. Build your business without limits. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, those who show up to these events and bring the most team members with them wins, flat out. Nothing is going to recharge your battery. You like that? Like going to a live event and being around, the top hundreds of power sellers on the platform. You are going to learn so much, right? You're going to find new strategies, new business partners. The energy is absolutely incredible. And check out where it's at, man. Coronado, California. Look at this. So this, imagine hanging out here in San Diego, right? In the beginning of September, the weather's going to be beautiful. It's next level. It's high class. Right now, you can get your tickets, and these are pre-sale tickets. Well, first of all, as far as the rooms go, if you want to stay at the actual hotel where the event's going to be held, it's $269 a night. Okay, so that's Power's blocked off packaging. Rooms like this typically go for $500, but we're getting it at $269 a night. If you plan on attending and wanting to be at the event, which if I were you, I'd want to be at the event, the after hours, the cocktails, and not having to drive, 10, 15 minutes after the fact. You're going to want to be there. I'd book your rooms now. So there are some great lodging opportunities, right? So you can be in Coronado, it's 6 to 8 minutes drive. You can be down in Imperial Beach, which is another 7-9 minutes. I know a lot of teams are going to be getting Airbnb mansions. So hook up with your team, start strategizing, but do it now. Get on your flights now, book your hotels now, and make sure that every single one of your team members is going to be down there for this event. Next slide, Tom.
And I'll post a link to this if you have not got your tickets yet, if you have not got your reservation yet. If you're not able to book on the hotel website, then just call them. I know Chris Caillier, myself, others, we're staying for an extended period of time. There's some big event happening on Sunday as well that's with our team. Somebody's getting married or something like that. I don't know. So I'm staying Tuesday through Monday. So I just called the hotel and booked my time there. So I just wanted to mention that. I'll post the link here in the chat as Jarrett is talking.
Cool. And it's going to be fun. If anybody was at like the last in-person event when we did the leadership event, as you guys know, Power likes to have some fun. Last time we had someone perform some hypnosis on a few of us, and that was a riot. This year,
it was.
Power is hosting. Yeah, Power's hosting Power's Got Talent. So they are looking for those of you that have a talent that you'd like to share with everybody else. So telling jokes, dancing, maybe you know how to sing, perform magic. If you're interested in being part of the talent show, make sure to reach out. Who are they talking to for this one? Would it be Cammie or would it be Irene?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Email, it's in the email, I think. So scan them and I think it'll take you to where you're supposed to. It's probably marketingteam@power.com.
Yep, and then you can also scan this QR code right here and it'll take you to the registration for that. Next slide, please. And then so here's a little breakdown of the event, how it's going to go. So Thursday, September 7th, Day of Mastery, first ever deep dive power breakout start, first thing in the morning and Thursday. We're going to do a business showcase on Thursday, and it's open to guests. That's another thing. If Bobby was on this call, he smacked me upside the back of the head if I missed out on telling you to build into the event. How many of you guys know people in the area, in San Diego, right? You'd be reaching out on your LinkedIn. You can invite people to the Power Business Showcase. They could come down, check out the business. So you're going to want to build into that. On Friday, you got Mindful Morning, where they're going to be doing some breath work, meditation, and then you're going to have lightning strike keynotes, power talks and panels. Friday night, though, is the Soul Awards Gala. That is going to be, you can't miss. It's a black tie event. Everyone's dressed to the nines, premium dinner. And that's when they're going to be hosting the Powers Got Talent. So make sure you attend that. And then Saturday, once again, breath work, mindfulness. It's cool. I love, how our company is so much more. It's not, sure, we're all making more money than we've ever made before, but it is also about, the soul, the spirit, health, mind, body. And, Power really takes care of you there. So you have that. And then you'll be having a closing beach reception. So looking forward to all of these events. It's going to be an incredible 3 days.
Yeah, and make sure that you don't forget about the Soul Awards Gala night. Last summer in Dallas, there was people that didn't get a ticket to that just got a conference ticket, and they were wanting to try to get in at the last minute because they realized how awesome it was going to be, and it was sold out. So just make sure that you grab one of those tickets for yourself, and maybe even some tickets for future team members that will be joining you between now and the event as well.
For sure. So yeah, get your tickets now. There is some early bird pricing. This is good through the 10th of June. So you can get a GA ticket for $179. You can get a gala ticket for $179, or an all-in, which I would highly recommend. It's worth the bucks, $335. If you're a leader on here and you want to get your team members, or even future team members that people aren't even on your team, but you're going to want them to attend the event, you can get a 10-pack of tickets, or a 10-pack all-in tickets for $3,000, which is actually a killer deal. It's only $300 per. So you are saving big on that. So if you want to go ahead and get your tickets now, feel free to scan the QR code on your computer screen, or you can screenshot it and access it here later. So
the conference will sell out. It's not that that's some marketing pitch to try to get you to buy a ticket now. It will sell out with the number that we can fit in the venue, and the number of sellers that we have on the platform, and the number of people that are joining all the time. So don't wait to get your tickets. Don't miss out.
For sure. All right. Now, this is a fun one. Power's always holding incredible contests, and Mr. Christopher Caillier is going to tell us all about the Summer of Champions contest. So what do you got, Chris?
Right on, man. I feel like I have the best topic. I love this. Championship season, we are in it right now. And if you know anything about sports, legends are made during the championships. Kobe Bryant, Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Tiger Woods, and of course, the greatest champion of all time, Hulk Hogan. Those are made during championships, and we are in championship season. I feel like I need to play some music because we're going to name a whole crop of new legends.
Next slide.
That's right. Names like J.C. Rangel, Jonathan Bernasso, Cynthia Alvidrez, Jarrett McAllister, Tom Cotter, and of course, Chris Caillier. Okay, maybe not that last name, but we are ready for Summer of Champions. And this is real. This is where you step up your game and you can literally crush the competition. I know I'm going all in, and we are giving away some crazy prizes. We started last Friday on this competition, June 3rd, all through the summer. It's a 90-day sprint. And what is it going to be? What are they giving away? They're giving away a $40,000 freaking automobile, Ioniq 6. I did some research on this car. This thing is badass. It is like 349 combined horsepower. It's the Ioniq 6 by Hyundai. It's a luxury four-door sedan. This thing charges up in 18 minutes. You get an 80% charge, 0 to 60 in like a half a second. It's just nuts. So the top award winner gets this, and it's basically based on a point system. And what other company is giving away these kind of prizes? We're talking about a brand new car, tens and tens of thousands of cash prizes, the impact journey to go help build a home in Mexico. I know some people on this call have been a part of that journey. I myself want to be on that journey. So I want to be in that list of champions like so many people on this call are. And it pays to be a top 5 champion because that is cash money. So number one, you get the Ioniq 6, and that's a real car. Because remember, and there's a rumor going around that past winners of the car cannot win it this year. Maybe Tom can verify that rumor. But that's cool because before they gave away cars like Tesla, nobody's even heard of a Tesla. Last year, Jonathan Bernasso won a fairy tale car. It didn't even exist. And this is real cash prizes. So $7,500, $5,000, $25,000. So top 5 earn real cash money. This is awesome. And then there's prizes 1 through 50. The top 50 champions. Let's just roll through it. Let's get through these. The Dell 34-inch curve monitor, like Jonathan Budd said on Saturday, if you want to be like Tony Stark and you present virtually, or you just want to be cool and you want to see all your screen at once and have a wraparound. I'm sure Jarrett McAllister has his screen wrapped around his treadmill. The Bose SoundLink Revolve, just amazing sound quality. That's the 31 through 40. And then the 41 through 50, you get this ecobee thermostat. So you can use it at home or gift it to one of your clients. But amazing prizes. And you know, a car, the impact journey, the cash prizes. I worked for a W2 dealer, a national dealer, and they touted that they were the best solar company out there. Yeah, right. They never gave away a car, let alone gave away a cash prize. And what other EPC out there is giving away this kind of money? This is unbelievable. So this is your time to claim your space in solar history. And how do you become a champion and win? It's all based on a point system. So if you are 0, you're just getting started, you can literally win this contest because it's all based on the point system. So it's activity, you guys, bringing on new sellers, bringing on new contracts, championing tier 3 deals and championing tier 3 deals for brand new sellers that you just brought on board. So imagine if you bring on one seller on board and you tier 3 mentor a deal for them, you actually get 13 points for that because you get an additional 5 because you're mentoring their first deal. So that's pretty cool. You can read all the rules at champions.power.live. But this is going to be so big, and there is more. Let's go. Keep rolling through it. But wait, there's more, as Cami says. Introducing, this is a contest within a contest. It's cool. It's like, what was that Sixth Sense movie where you're watching the movie and you think you see one thing, but then it's another thing? Well, this is another thing. It's another contest within the contest, and it's an accelerator bonus. So the first 6 weeks, we're going to have an accelerator bonus based on the same prize system, but it's week to week. So if you don't perform 1 week, that's okay, perform the next week. But I guarantee you, if you gun for these prizes each week and you can win multiple times, like the same person can win all 6 weeks. And then you get the Theragun Prime. I'm sure Rick Joseph would be excited for that. You get the Apple Watch, a ton of prizes, you guys. It's crazy. And so the goal is to stay focused and get going and just let's go. Like, this is your time to shine. Champions are going to be made during this season. And this is the most unbelievable contest. I was too late to the party last year. I was just getting started like August, September. The contest was winding down. So, you know, I wasn't there. I'm ready. I'm primed, ready to go. And then week 8 is the accelerator bonus. So be in first place as of July 20. Basically, that's a race to the almost finish line, July 29th. And they're giving away that cowboy e-bike. So that's pretty cool. Next slide. Who's going to be the champion? Well, it's me. It's somebody on this call. There's somebody that hasn't even gotten started yet. Somebody could be working for a national company. Just realize the power of power. Come on board and get going, and they could crush it. They could be one of those champions on the leaderboard, getting recognized on stage at the national convention. So who's it going to be? Is it going to be you? Is it going to be me? I don't know, but man, it's going to be somebody, and that's super duper exciting. So I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but I am freaking lit for Summer of Champions. Remember, all the details are at champions.power.live. And I hope that explained it all. Real quick, Tom Cotter, you know, we have that event on the beach. We're already registered. We got our hotel. That resort is freaking gorgeous. But Tom Cotter, you don't have to answer us now, but if you would be so inclined, we would be honored if you would marry us on the beach on Sunday, because I know you are what do they call it? Ordained. What do they? Ordained.
I'm an ordained minister in the Church of Skating. Me and Tony talk.
All right, perfect. So if you would do that, we would be honored, because we are getting married on Sunday. And
so did you just really do that on Zoom?
I did on a recording. Yeah, on a recording.
So you asked your fiance to marry you at a power event in front of everyone else, right?
Yes.
And then you just asked me to officiate your wedding on, okay, yes,
It's all about the power, baby. It's
He's all
about the
about those
power.
grand gestures.
I accept.
All right. Perfect. Yes.
Where did you say you're ordained through, Tom? What'd you say?
The Church of Skating. The Church of no, I am
With Tony Hawk.
with Tony Hawk. I am ordained in a real church. I have 2 degrees in theology and was a pastor for many, many years before I became a solar evangelist.
Unbelievable.
It's really awesome.
You guys
No, I'm
never
an
know what
ordained
you're gonna
minister
get
too,
here
a
on
long
these
time ago.
Tuesday trainings. Wow. Well,
Thank you, Chris.
congratulations.
Jarrett, passing it over to you. We've got we had a big month last month, my friend, with May leaderboards. Let's look at some of the people that were at the top of the pile.
Yeah, let's do this, and I'll run through this quick because I know we're running over time. But honestly, we're all working hard in our businesses. We're making good money. We're crushing it. But dude, all we want is a little pat on the back and told that you're doing good, right? And there is nothing like Jay Bud during an event calling out your name and recognition in front of your peers to show you, hey, Bud, you're crushing it. Keep it going. So let's run through some of these top leaderboards, give some recognition out. So these are for top personal sales. These are people who brought sales on their own. These aren't tier 3. These aren't mentored. These are self-generated sales. As you can see, there was a huge list. A lot of people tying out for the top or in the 10th spot with 4 sales. But you have a huge shout out to Omar Perez, Joel Gossett, and Carlos Marquez at number 2 with 8 sales, and Brian Jimenez rounding it out, number 1, 10 sales in the month of May. So congratulations to all of those sellers. And this is that, think about it, guys, that's coming right off of the NEM3 surge. A lot of us had a hangover. But they kept it pushing. So great job to all of them. Then we have top tier 3 sellers. So, you're going to recognize a lot of the mentors on this list from our teams. Everyone from Cynthia Alvidrez in 7th place with 4 sales. You had Chris Bernasso, myself even rounded out with just a few sales. But top 3, we had David Tyler, Alex Orlowski. We had Reza Santiago and Anthony DePiro with 5, Jacob Moore with 6, and number 1 with 9 tier 3 sales, Carlos Marquez. So congratulations to all of them here on the list. Moving on, top refer. So these are people who are building teams in the company, brought on the most sellers onto their team. Is that my boy, Mr. John Bones Bobness, at number 12 with 5
I'm
new
there, my
sellers
man. I'm
brought
there,
onto
yes.
the team? Great job, brother, making the leaderboard. You had Moises, Anthony DePiro, but number 3, we had our man Gustavo, we had Tyler Igley, Mr. Jonathan Bernasso, and Ed Reese, all with 6 new sellers. Our dude, Rick Joseph, Larry McKinney, Jeffrey Martin, and Zachary Bach with 7 brand new sellers. And then number 1, Shaquan Smerkel, Glenn Massimilio, and Matt Fox with 8 new refers. So congratulations to everyone there. This is a new category that we've never recognized before. This is top kilowatt hours sold. So you can see some of the names here on the leaderboard. I'm not going to go through all of them because we do not have the time, but number 3, Odell Perdone with 80 kilowatts sold. Brian Jimenez with 92 kilowatts sold. And number 1.
Drum roll, please.
Zhaoxuan Liu. I butchered that. I'm so sorry. 125 kilowatts sold. Congratulations. That's a lot, man.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That is a lot. And then May leaderboard. So this is kilowatts installed, right? I see our man Jonathan Bernasso on there with 52 kilowatts installed. Cynthia Alvidrez, great job, you guys, making the top 20. But then Julian Todd Bourdon, 86 kilowatts. Jordan Shaw with 112. Right on, bro. Great job, dude. That's killer. And then Yuvraj Bangu with 116, just beating out our boy Jordan Shaw. Congratulations. Top ambassador signups. These are people who get other people to agree to getting $1,000 for referring solar. So as you can see, some of the names on here, Jonathan Bernasso had 6. That's pretty good. But number 3, Junior Lopez with 14 new ambassadors. Matt Fox with 24. And Richard Gonzalez going through a phone book and entering names into the computer with 42 new ambassadors. That's incredible. All right. And then we had top income earners. So ultimately, this is what it does come down to, right? You can have ambassadors, but are you making money on these things? So we had quite a few names on here that you guys recognize. We had Mr. Luis Perez, Michelle Bunch, Drew Sugarman, Alex Orlovsky, Larry McKinney, number 14, Cynthia Alvidrez, 13 and 11. I don't know how that happened, but she ended up on the list twice. Your boy, I hit top 10 income earner for the month of May. Chris Bernasso, JC Rangel, Jordan Shaw. I know all these people. How cool is that to know the top earners in the company? And then we have Yuvraj Bangu, number 3. Oh, any surprise, Jonathan Bernasso was number 2. And good old Charles Thompson, my man, rounding out number 1 as a top income earner for the month of May. So congratulations to everyone on these leaderboards. Is that it? Is there any more? Well, that's it.
That's it.
Cool. So we got through that solar recap. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. We like to switch it up every single week, and we thought it was important as leaders to kind of go over. Not everybody was able to attend the Solar Saturday, but hopefully that gets you guys fired up, man. A lot of, really awesome times ahead of us, especially with the national convention coming up, Mentor Factory coming up, Franklin Battery, Super Contest. So you guys get excited, and we're going to wrap this thing up. I'm going to end the recording, but stick around for office hours. I'll hang out for another 15, 30 minutes, answer anybody's questions. So with that being said, thank you, Tom. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, everybody that helped contributed. And we'll see you next week.